Hi everyone, my name's Ala. I'm a lecturer based in the UK, and I've been, going back and forth about creating a YouTube channel for several years now. And today the inspiration struck. I was watching a YouTube video from someone I enjoy following, and I thought to myself, why not? I don't really know what I'm doing in the sense of, it seems quite clear, quite established that the first few videos that you make will suck. And this is by no means top tier quality production quality, but I just thought to myself that if I don't start today, I'll let the inspiration get away from me, and I'll do what I've done for the last God knows how many years and just put it off, put it off until I get the right equipment, until the inspiration strikes again, all these kind of things. And I thought, you know what? There's no need to overcomplicate things, and that's kind of my philosophy in life in general. Overcomplicating things is just, you know, a waste of all our lives, a waste of all our time. And I hope that, I can lead by example by showing you that life's a lot simpler than sometimes we may think. And I hope I can prove that with this. Um, I guess if you were to ask me why I'm starting this YouTube channel, these vlogs, my etc., I guess I'm just thinking that I want a place to express myself, and I find YouTube is very, like, a lot of creators are very inspiring. I find that I have a lot of complex thoughts about life and the world, and I don't really get to share those as much as I would like. Of course, with friends, with family, etc., I'm talking about these things, but I don't document them, and I hope that this will be a place to document them. And even if no one watches them, which is totally possible, like, 100% possible that I'm the only person, or maybe, my friends are the only person, or my partner's the only person that watches these, so be it. I don't think that I'm maybe the word's not delusional, but I don't think I need that ambition right now, if that makes sense. I don't need to grow this to be the multi-million dollar, pound, whatever it may be, in this business that others have. I think for now I'm quite content to just experiment, grow, see where it goes. And I think that kind of encapsulates my life, as it were. I really enjoy just doing things and seeing where they go. And I find that this this kind of fits into a very transformative time in my life. I'll get into why in the future. Just as a preface, this channel is not about my chronic illness. I do have a chronic illness. This channel is not about that. But the chronic illness and all this kind of stuff has given me the impetus, I guess, or launched or given me the inspiration to transform my life. And I'm in the process of transforming my life, and I want to take you on that journey with me. The kinds of things that I talk about are, I talk about all sorts of things. I think quite deeply about all sorts of things. I think about our relationships with other people, ourselves. I think about our relationships with our finances. I think about our relationships with our health, with our mental health, not just physical health, also mental health. I think about our relationship with the world, with nature, with social media, with the internet as a whole, with technology. I have a lot of complex thoughts, things about religion, about spirituality. And I just, I'm not really limiting myself. I haven't found my niche, as it were, to be able to tell you, yeah, I'm going to create this, and this. But the point of this is that I just want to create, I just want to talk, I want to engage in conversations with interesting people about the things that I love talking about. This, like I said, is a very transformative time for me, and I haven't fully figured out what transformations are going to take place. Certainly, I'm in the process of improving my health, not just from a chronic illness standpoint, but very much from a physical standpoint. Thankfully, I'm in the position where I'm able to do that. So you may find me at the gym, or you may come running with me, or you may find me talking about the pitfalls of marketing. You may find me, and this is something that I really, really enjoy doing, and I don't do it enough, but hopefully this gives me the platform to do it. I hope to talk about books that I've read, because I really do love reading. I love writing fiction, But primarily, I think I'll probably be doing a mix of fiction and non-fiction. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I love to do book reviews because I find that when I have someone to talk to books about, I like to read more books. And this thing needs some training, as it were. I think we can fall victim into doing the same thing, especially when we become established in our careers. I've been teaching, lecturing now for coming on 5.5 years. And once we establish ourselves in our careers, we do that one thing really well, and then everything kind of falls by the wayside. And yeah, I'm here to continue my journey of learning. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm currently actually not in the UK. I'm on a vacation in Oman. I'm enjoying some sunshine, and I thought to myself, let's get started. Here we are. I hope that you'll find my content interesting. I hope that you'll find it enjoying. I want this to be, my philosophy is I like to live life in the slow lane, as it were. That doesn't mean not being ambitious. I'm actually a very ambitious person, and you'll see that some of those ambitions come up in future videos, but I like to live life in the slow lane. I like to take things easy. I like to not try to overthink things as much. And I have been guilty of overthinking this YouTube thing more than once. But today marks, the start of a new era, as it were, a, a new turning point in my life. And many of you I know are in transformative places in your lives. From some of you may be changing careers, some of you may also be ill, like myself. Um, and there's all sorts of reasons why people transform their lives. But the one kind of consistent thing is that we we're in it together. A lot of us have a lot of things that we like to talk about, and we think nobody else talks about them. Or all procrastinate, like myself included. And some of the best YouTubers, like the productivity YouTubers that I watch, they tell me all the time, not that I speak to them, but when I'm watching their videos, they're always talking about, oh, I procrastinate, I really struggle with procrastination. Look, we're all human. So you know pull up a chair, let's have a chat. Let's see where this takes us. I expect that, of course, I work full time, so I expect that I will be quite busy over time, but that doesn't mean we can't sneak in a few videos here or there. So welcome aboard, and I hope to see some of you kind of come back in future videos. See you soon. Bye.